Mm, Sucks is I can't see the screen. Okay. Tokyo Southwest. New design. Look at that. I did that today. On my lunch break, actually. Like I said, I wanted to do a new design. I want to look different. Kind of keep it more together. Kind of keep it more to the point kind of thing. And so, this is what I got. TokyoSouthwest.com. We're going to go Tokyo Southwest. This is Series 4, Episode 1. I kind of want to keep like 20 to a series, so it's going to be 20 this run. So, anyways, the title of this one is called Small Adventures. Technically, it's like a grassroots kind of thing, and I want to keep it kind of grassrooty. So, let's keep it that way. This is live every Thursday night at 10 p.m. Always on Twitch/Wandering Raven, me, the host. All episodes will be on TougeSW.com. Feel free to go there and watch until you watch them all. That's where I post them. So next, this is the second slide. We're only going to have 2 slides. We're going to try to keep it as low as possible, unless I'm going to teach something. If I'm going to teach something, I will definitely have a bigger slide to go through, but it'll be more in detail. So, so I'm your host, Wandering Raven. Welcome to TougeSW.com or TougeSW.com. So what about me? I'm a cancer survivor. I was born and raised here in Las Vegas. To keep it simple, I drift, I hack, I play video games. I drift cars, meaning I drift cars. My car is a 1987 200 SX, also known as the S12 Sylvia. It's a hidden gem within the drifting community. It's not, nobody wants to go seek it out, but it's definitely a seekable car. It was actually a car that was actually designed by Nissan when they were racing. That makes sense. And so the S12 Sylvia is a really great chassis to go with because you can actually interweb S13 and S14 parts into it. If you're feeling venturous enough, you can probably put S15 in it, but nobody really does that because that's a waste of money. You can probably upgrade as much as to Z31 to Z32. I've known people that actually swapped out brakes and stuff like that up to like a Z32/Q45. So there's a lot of Nissan parts that can be swapped into this old S chassis, which makes it a great thing. These cars are normally great with 4-cylinder engines, but they did come with a V6 from 1987 to 1988. It came with the V6 engine, which is the NA version of the Z31 300ZX. It's called the VG30. I'm the first one ever to actually take that VG30 and carbureted it. So I still have the carb kit in my garage for the S12. So yeah, that's me. And when I say I hack things, my whole career has been based around cybersecurity. I'm more of an engineer of the cybersecurity side. I do a lot of programming, a lot of designing, a lot of miscellaneous stuff around the computers area. And I'm more cybersecurity focused, where I'm actually highly trained in the CISSP area. I'm highly trained with the certified ethical hacker area. I am highly trained. I was actually a CISO, which is Chief Engineer Security Officer for a local ISP here in Vegas for about 10 years. And yeah, it's all that fun stuff. I don't do that anymore. I miss it, but the pay wasn't there where it should have been. And long story short, I wrote a book called VegasHackWare.com. If you want to go learn more about me, it's all there. And that's more about me as being a host. And I do play video games, so if you come on my Twitch and you see me playing video games during the week, come and say hi. I'm always here. Yes, I am always here. All right, so what is Toki Southwest? I'm probably going to say this for the next 20 times. So Togi Southwest is something I started in 2011. I wanted to mimic what I've learned about, got inspired by, and stuff like that from the Toge Northwest of 2010. Toge Northwest was its own big community, but it also had its own little stuff inside. They hosted Drift X events, which was both drifting and autocross events inside the mountains areas. It was a blast. They actually introduced Oregon Drift, which also got park drifting. That's PARC drifting, and all the fun stuff. And yeah, it's a long, sad story on how I ended up going from being born and raised in Vegas, moving up to Oregon. But moving up to Oregon saved my life, but I was forced out of Oregon because of bad business. I was held against my will. I was forced to come back. They didn't want me to go back though, but yet they forced me out. It's all in my book. So if you really, really want to know, put it all in my book. I'm trying to keep this not as sad or anything like that. So yeah, I did write a book, vegashackaway.com. If you want to see it, there. So, but anyways, from 2011 to 2019, I tried to start it off as a community thing. Nobody really cared. It was really hard to really network or basically try to do anything here because Vegas is its own different thing because they have stuff like Vegas car scene, Vegas. There's like other Vegas related stuff that happens all the time, and they're more like it's a different beast, a huge different beast than it was in the Oregon area. So I kind of turned it into a blogging site where I would just blog and post my own images there and stuff like that. And then 2019 comes around, my last drift event. My mom passes away 2 days after that event, crushed my life, ruined everything around me, and because of myself I was stuck in a mourning setting, so depressed. I didn't want to. It's like every time I worked on the car, I would just remember the moment that she just passed away a couple days later from my last event, and it crushed me. So I revamped this. I started my podcast, and I use this podcast to help build my confidence again. So we're on season 4 or series 4, season, whatever. It's the same thing. We're on season 4 now. So this is boosting my confidence a lot because I've been doing a lot of new things. If you haven't noticed, I have a 1986 200 SX that I've been daily driving. I haven't drifted it. It has an open diff and stuff like that, and it still needs work and definitely needs suspension done before I even think about even trying to get it sideways. So Toga Southwest became a helping point for my mourning, my loss, my coping mechanism. It's helping me reconnect to the world again. It's helping me do amazing things, which is like, I'm gonna have to say, like, I've never done before. Like, I've taken my 86 S12, I took it all the way to Williams, Arizona and back this year, which was a major stone for me because now it shows how much of a good mechanic I really have became. I mean, my career is cybersecurity, even though I'm currently working in IT as an engineer and I'm trying to get back into cyber, but regardless, that's my, if I ever wanted to become a mechanic, if it ever paid well like it does with what my current role is, then I would definitely switch to that because I have more fun doing it. But well, not with the newer cars, but the older stuff like the Nissan stuff. But regardless, it this whole thing has become like a podcast kind of thing. I wanted to report more on events that happen. I definitely want to recruit more people to help me with this, of course, and of course, I would love to bring out some new interviews and stuff like that in the future, maybe, and start really doing magical things. I also wanted to do like what they call my own Slide America before I turn 50. I want to go because I'm 46. By the time I want to turn 50, I want to cover a lot of events, but I want to drift them. I don't want to just to go there and become a spectator. I want to go there and drive. Um, so yeah, like I said, I want to do my own version of Slide America, which should be a really awesome event for me going through. It's a bucket list. It's not, I just don't want to do Southwest. I do want to do like drift, like Club Loose. I want to do places like Ultimate Drift Challenge. I want to go up to Medford, Oregon, do their stuff. I want to go to Minnesota, do their stuff, and Utah, Colorado, Texas, places like that. I want to do those types of drift events. Would love to take my car and go down the tail of the dragon as well and document that. That would be that's my bucket list. You know, I might get cancer again tomorrow, and that would suck because I am a cancer survivor. I'm glad that I'm still free from it, so yay. So, anyways, now let's go on past events. Last weekend, I went on a cruise. I went to Boulder City. And then from Boulder City, I went to Lake Mead and back to Lake Las Vegas. It's actually really fun. So I was tagged in a lot of these videos, so that's amazing. It's been a really cool event. I'm sitting over here, just, minding my own business, but yeah, different cars and different things. There's my car right there. This was a all-girl event, so it was really cool. I love how they did this drive-by stuff. So yay. That is so awesome. So yeah, we made it out like some little roundabout out there at Lake Mead. There's like what is that, a Z35? There's my car. Badass. I love this color paint though. Look at that. It's purple to pink. Fades in between. It's so awesome. Cobra Mustang. I haven't seen one of those in a long time. So yeah, we started off at this the roast house, and then we ended up at the casino inside Lake Las Vegas. Look at this. This is old school. Man, I believe that car ended up in the grip. No, it was the white one that he had. I don't know whatever he did with this. I think he sold it. Sad though. But I haven't done an actual car event like that in a long time. It's very cool. Let's see. So there's that. Let's go back here. I got this from that event. This is a really cool thing. I love how they did the little welds. I love how the lighting, and they done it by Lowe's Welding Fab. So shout out to them. They're awesome. They do some really good artistic work. Like, like, look at this. That's freaking amazing. I love the artwork. I always love art, especially welding art. So very cool. I love it when people do stuff like that. It's always so amazing and it's inspiring. So I last week I had a problem, and I think I've said it on my last thing, but here's what happened. I lost all but one bolt on my Z33's drive shaft. The drive shaft where it hooks up to the rear end. And what I didn't know was you can't reuse these bolts. I've learned it the hard way. It makes no sense, but I've learned it. It says it in the book. I just assumed they just work. You tighten them up and go. But no, that did not happen. So, let's see. Did I do... I think I pointed it out last week. Yeah, it's right here. See, this is what happened is last week I had to tow my car home. Mainly because basically there's like 3 out of 4 missing. I didn't know until it started really vibrating, and that scared the crap out of me. So, and then over the weekend, I tried to, since I had to reorder them, I said in the meanwhile, let's see if I can try to find something that kind of works. This kind of did, but it doesn't fit. Reason being it won't fit is because it's too long, right? This whole thing was way too long for it to fit through. And it's just like a inch little too thick on the outside. And I couldn't find anything smaller. I didn't want anything that's too small to fit inside there. I wanted to fit snug. So I got that in Loctite. But regardless, I ended up getting the actual bolts itself. Got them here. This goes in my S12 because my lights is being held together by zip ties. Maybe because the original ones of these actually broke, so I gotta replace those. But yes, I had to reorder the bolts. If you haven't noticed, well, let me point this out. Look how it's like worn down here. This is not worn. The threads is definitely different. I guess these are more like stretch to fit kind of thing. The nuts are all the same. There's the part number for one of them, but yeah, you can see how it's worn here. Definitely ready to go here. Threads are definitely looking tired on this side, while it's still brand new and looking, of course. Yeah, I've been daily driving this all week. So that's my 1986. That's the one I took on my cruise with the other garage girls. So, cool stuff. Been fun. I got one more day and then I'll go back to that. Here's my pictures I've taken. And, yep, there's my car. There's the Cobra. Got some other cars. This is not all about drifting. This is like everyone who loves their cars and they come out. This is the whole girl thing, you know? The new Z. Very cool. Expensive, but cool. I like that I think that's a SC 400 or 300. I think it's a 300 because they had the TJZ in it. It was actually a really good weekend. Went out there, took pictures. Cul-de-sac right there's Lake Mead. Tell how much the waters really went down. But that was really cool. I didn't take pictures at the top of the thing, but I did take a picture of that though. That thing is really cool. So yeah, that's what happened over the weekend. I ordered parts and I did that. And that's all I did. It's been a tiring week, or I would have worked in my car or the Z33 during the week. I didn't do anything on the other my drift car like I wanted to. And let's see. That's pretty much it. There's no project update yet. Nothing has been changed or updated. So, but I do have that listed on TougeSW.com. It is definitely under the projects. My first one should be here. So if anything that I do clear up or fix, this list here will move down. If I find anything that needs to be on the list, I'll add it to the list. I'll even add new to it or something. So, yep. But there it is. I've been doing. Actually, I'm probably gonna go through and start really putting down like season 1, season 2, season 3, and try to link them better. For right now, you can definitely see the recent posts. If there's gallery in the cruise, it's class there. If you want to join my Discord, you can. Contact. You want to contact me about anything or do anything or any business related things, just send me an email from that. This is more about TougeSW. If you want to read more about it, I've listed pretty much everything here. I did list about my book in here, so if you want to look more about my book, you can always feel free here, but this is where I put everything in. So, even when I try to do different events, I try to put up a new graphic. Like I'm gonna work on a new graphic before I post tonight's episode. So we'll definitely see that coming. So there's not much on that. And if anybody's in chat want to talk about any Q&A on S12 stuff, like drifting or any events, look forward to. I'm gonna start trying to put together a list of Southwest events that is happening, like what might be happening next weekend, what happened last weekend. I want to start focusing on that list because there's always something happening in the Southwest at least. So anyways, that is it. That is my that's all tonight. I know it's only been 22 minutes, but it's okay. This is my first episode of season 4, so anyways, it's been great. And I'll be back tomorrow night on Twitch playing a video game. Ask me questions anytime. But this happens every Thursday night, so at 10 o'clock. And I was on time tonight. That's cool. All right, have a good night. Thank you. Bye.